Chris O'Neill from Sew the Distance, and today I'm going to show you how to make an envelope fold for a pillow cover, to make a pillow out of maybe a quilt block or something like that, or even just a piece of fabric. Super easy to make, just takes a little bit of math, which I'll walk you through, and I'm also going to show you two different ways to make this. So let's get started. I have here a piece of a quilt that I want to make a pillow out of, and I'm going to measure the width and the length of this. So the width I'm saying is this direction and the length is this way. It doesn't really matter except for where you want your seam. So I want my seam to be down the middle. I actually have one made, I'll show you right here. I want that closure where it covers up to be kind of in the middle-ish. So we take our measurements. This is 16 by 12. And I'm gonna jot that down. Okay, so now we need two pieces to make our envelope close. One goes this way, one goes this way. The first size you'll need is half of the width. So you're gonna take that number, the width number, minus 16, I'm gonna divide it by 2. That's gonna give me 8. And then I'm gonna add 1 inch for turning it under. So the first piece I'm going to cut is 9 inches by 12 inches, my length. The second piece I'm going to cut that's going to also make our envelope fold, I'm going to take this width measurement, I'm going to divide it by 2 just like before, so I'm going to get 8. I'm going to add 3 inches because that's the amount of overlap. So 8 plus 3 plus 1 is 12 inches. We know our length is 12 inches, so this piece is going to be 12 inches by 12 inches. All right, now that we have that, we can cut our fabric. I've already done that, and I have my ironing surface here. So I have my one piece that is 12 by 12, and my other piece that is 9 by 12. Once we have these two pieces, we're gonna pick a side, making sure that our length is going the right way, our width is the right way, okay? This is going to be the piece that we are gonna fold in. We're gonna just fold over a 1/2 inch, and you can eyeball this or you can measure it, it doesn't matter, and fold and press, and get a nice press on that. Next, we're gonna fold it again and press it again. We have a nice crisp edge. I'm just gonna take a couple clips and clip that. Okay, I'm gonna set that aside. I'm gonna take my other piece, the 12 by 12. So this one doesn't really matter which side you use because it's 12 by 12, but it might for yours. Fold it in about a 1/2 inch and press, and do the exact same thing. Fold it again and press. Now you're gonna take these to the machine and top stitch them to keep that seam nice and flat. That one doesn't seem real straight. Let me just repress that. All right, there we go. So I'm just gonna top stitch it. Now I like to do 2 rows of stitching on these because I think it makes it really look pretty and finished. And I happen to have 2 done. And you can see that here and here. So those are all ready to go to make our pillow. Next, we're gonna take our pillow front, move this out of the way, and we're gonna lay our smaller piece right sides down, so that seam up, right sides down on the pillow top. We're gonna take the other one and lay it right side down on top, and you're overlapping it those 3 inches. Next, you're gonna clip the whole thing around. You can pin it too if you want to, making sure that it stays in place and paying close attention to these that they don't flip up. And I have a few of these upside down, so I'm gonna turn them over. The flat part of your clip should be on the bed of your sewing machine. Keeps nice and flat. And then I'm gonna sew around this using a 1/2 inch seam allowance. I like a 1/2 inch for this. The 1/2 inch is just a nice seam because it gives you a lot of give. Also, I feel like it fills out the body, the sides of the actual pillow. I'm gonna go to the machine and sew all the way around this. Now that I've sewn all the way around it using a 1/2 inch seam allowance, I'm gonna clip my corners. And to do that, I am going to cut it on an angle, and then I like to taper it in just like that. And I'll do that on all 4 sides of this. So let's turn it around and see how it looks. Look at that. Give it a good press, flatten it out. How pretty. And you're ready to put your pillow form in. I'm just gonna take this one to show you. This one is one I did before. And you can see, you just take your pillow form and put it in. Just like that. All right, let's do the second way. I don't know, some people find it a little easier. It can be a little harder, I don't know. There's a little bit of math involved, but You can do it, you can do it. All right, so we're gonna also find our width and our length, just like before. Our width is 16 inches. We're gonna cut one piece the exact size of this. So the length is 12 inches and the width is 16. All right, that's your first piece. Your second piece that you're going to cut is the width of your fabric, which for us is 16, divided by 2, which is going to give us 8. And then we're going to add 1.5 inches, 1.5 inches to that number. So that gives us 9.5. And then double that number, which is 19 inches. So we're going to cut two pieces, one that is 16 by 12 and one that is 19 by 12. And that's going to give us that overlay that I'm talking about. So bear with me, it'll make sense in a moment. Once we have those pieces cut, which mine are here, that's the 19 by 12, and this is the 16 by 12. We're going to fold these in half and give them a good crease. Okay, once they're folded with a nice crease in them, I like to stitch on this edge just to hold it together. You don't have to, but for me it gives it a nice finished look. And I did that already, so I have two done. Right here and right here. You can see that I did the double stitching on it. And you're gonna do the exact same thing you did before. You're gonna take your top, lay this one down first. Now you don't have a right or a wrong side because it's folded, so it doesn't matter. Lay this one down next, clip it, and stitch all the way around, clip your corners, and you're good to go. I hope this helped you. I have all this math on my blog, so make sure you check it out. It's really easy to do, a lot of fun, and it allows you to make some really cool projects too, or gifts or whatever. It looks very professional. I hope you have a wonderful day. I hope you take some time to sew, and I'll see you real soon. Bye.